Kristi in now for a look at the midweek weather and how it's going to get kind of windy, it sounds like.
Absolutely. So we've got a major storm that's barreling down. By the way, I have driven over that pothole cover, and it is a little bit of a shock to the system. The whole car goes, okay, so this is a major system that's moving towards the coast. It was at one point being dubbed as a bomb cyclone. It intensified very rapidly. It is hurricane strength at this point, making its way towards the BC and U.S. coast. Now, the hardest or the strongest winds will be along the U.S. coast, where those areas could see wind gusts in excess of 150 kilometers an hour. So we're talking about hurricane strength winds. Not the case for our region, although very strong. So we have wind warnings in place right now, particularly for the outer coast of Vancouver Island and northern regions, where gusts could reach 100 kilometers an hour. The inner coast, including the Victoria region, 90 kilometers an hour. And for our region, 70 to 80 kilometers, kilometers an hour. So definitely power outages are expected. Timeline, here's a look. So it is currently offshore. We're going to see incredible swells and winds along any coastal regions. So heads up to any mariners out there. And it moves towards our region tomorrow. So the winds really picking up along the outer coast sort of in the morning and for the inner coast in the afternoon. And we'll continue to see the strong winds tomorrow evening and overnight before it begins to die down. We're already seeing strong outflow winds ahead of that system, this easterly flow with strong wind gusts in through Howe Sound, gusting up to 80 kilometers an hour, and we're expecting that to continue tomorrow. And then this opens the floodgates to a train of rainstorms, basically. For the next 10 days, we are going to see one system after another. There is not going to be much of a break. So today was certainly a nice break. Snow for inland regions tomorrow, but heavy rain. However, South Coast regions, it is going to be spotty. We'll see some breaks in the clouds, but periods of rain expected. The strongest winds, though, along the outer coast. Inner coast, though, gusts up to 90 kilometers an hour, particularly later tomorrow. And it's really the winds tomorrow that we're concerned about mostly. And then beyond that, as I mentioned, it's sort of one thing after another. We are expecting to continue with wet conditions as a series of storms move onshore. One of our very strong weather watchers was down south in Oregon, and he captured this video from today. This is ahead of the system as it's starting to make its way in. Incredible swells. They're also having the potential of flooding in that region. So we'll be watching that very closely over the next 24 hours.
I'm sure. All right. Thanks, Kristi. Well, big